I believe that even in the darkest of times, if you choose to look, you can find the positives. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about the positives that the coronavirus has brought. And I do want to put a disclaimer, as I mentioned in my last video, I am not taking away or belittling, diminishing any suffering, any pain that anyone is going through. This is a very difficult time for many people. We're all affected in some kind of way, and I am not saying that this isn't real, this doesn't exist, or I'm not saying any of that. What I'm simply trying to do is bring light and some positive thoughts, positive energy into a very, very difficult time. I believe that even in the darkest of times, you can find the positives, and they're there if you choose to look for them. So if you're interested, buckle up, because I made a list of positive things that I have found through this trying time. Number one, it has forced a global timeout, aka a collective pause, which, by the way, the earth is loving. Pollution was at an all-time high, and now it's lower than it's been in a long time. The earth is loving it. The earth is getting to breathe again, and you can really feel it when you go outside. The air just seems more crisp. The birds are chirping more than you've ever heard before. It's just time for this planet to actually really breathe. Not only for the planet herself, but for people. We live in a society that glorifies pushing yourself to the brink. Hustle, 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 go. And this is a time that we are all being forced to slow the down and to take a collective pause. We have been running around with our heads cut off like crazy people and trying to function while pushing ourselves to the brink, not getting that much sleep, loading our body up with caffeine and all of these terrible foods, all of these terrible habits. We are in the corner taking a much needed time out. Number two, people are actually spending time with their families. You know, people are working so hard nowadays in our society, working like 90+ hours a week, insane stuff, that they don't even have time to see their children. They don't even have time to see their spouse, their significant other, the people that they love the most. They're just work. This is giving people time to actually reconnect, actually spend time with those people in their households. Children are actually getting to spend time with their parents. Like, it's a beautiful thing. We get so caught up in our day-to-day life, and we get so used to just being in our own lane, doing our own thing, that sometimes it's like we almost lose that connection with the people that are closest to us, that are in our immediate family or that are in our same household, because we really just have such fragmented time that we see them or we spend with them, because we're spending so much time outside the house at work that it's, you know, it's like seeing your work family, you see them more than your own family, which is crazy. Number three, it's reminded people to keep in touch with their loved ones and their families on a more regular basis. I certainly have been able to have more meaningful and consistent conversations with the people that I love these past few weeks, this past month, and I've really just been loving it. I mean, you have those friends where, you know, you have an understanding that, you know, you guys talk a couple times a year, and it's not because you don't want to, it's just more of you haven't made the time for them. And even though your connection, your friendship is always still there, you don't talk as frequently as you like. And this situation, for me personally, has really reminded me, check up on the people that I care about, ask how they are doing, because we are all being affected in some kind of a way. And it's in times of crisis where we're really reminded of, hey, I really should reach out more often to those that I care about. Number four, and oh my goodness, this is one of my faves, and I'm laughing so hard at this, but people are actually getting a break from the jobs that they cannot stand, myself included. I have talked about many times on my channel how the industry that I'm in, the career that I'm in, even though it's brought me a lot of prosperity and things like that, it really just is not in alignment with where I'm currently at and where I'm wanting to go. And just me personally being able to be out of that environment has just been a breath of fresh air. It's been like a rebirth, because personally, and I know many people feel this way, the mask that I wear when I'm going to work just to survive, just to thrive as much as I can in that environment, I don't feel like myself. I'm not really being myself. So it's very, very draining emotionally, which then becomes physically draining. And I'm just so thankful to just be getting a break from it, which is also just forcing me to really sit with myself and realize, okay, this is not so healthy for you, and you really need to take action so that you can transition and move out of the environment that you're in that you no longer wish to be in, and move into a work environment that's more fulfilling for you, that more aligns with your path, and that really just aligns with you vibrationally. Let me know if you can relate. Number 5, more time for hobbies and self-development. If you're really artsy and you love creating things, this is the time where you actually have time to draw, to paint, to sculpt. If you are a musician and now you have all this time to pick up a new instrument or to play the piano or play the guitar more often than you normally do, this is the time to really be creative, to really thrive. This is the time for you to also learn new skills. Maybe you wanted to learn tarot, or maybe you wanted to focus on aligning your chakras, or maybe you wanted to pick up that book and learn about quantum physics, or whatever have you. It doesn't have to be spiritual related, doesn't have to be esoteric related, but you get what I'm saying. You have this time to really develop yourself, because now you just have so much more free time, and all those things that you wish that you could do, now you have the time for it. Number 6, and this is a really sensitive one. It has forced people to take a good hard look at their finances. So many people, and I used to be one of those people for a very, very long time, because I did not have a healthy relationship. I didn't have a healthy mindset with money due to my own limiting beliefs, due to my own programs and my own family cycles. A lot of people are afraid to look at their finances. A lot of people just spend, don't think about it, whatever. And even when you're, in the law of attraction and you're manifesting money and things like that, you still need to change your mindset and your idea about money. But not just that, you need to be practical. If you want to manifest $10,000, but then you're not really looking at your bank account, you're not really paying attention to the money that you're spending, you really can be holding yourself back by you having unhealthy habits. And this situation has shown people, hey, maybe it's not such a great idea that I only rely off of one source of income, because when that gets taken away from a pandemic, then I'm screwed. And maybe you can apply for unemployment, but maybe there's going to be a whole process and a setback, and maybe you're not able to get through, and then you might go weeks, I'm one of these people, you might go weeks without having a source of income. So it really opens people's eyes to see, one, I shouldn't just be living paycheck to paycheck. I should have some kind of plan in place where I have a savings system in case goes off the fan and I'm not just screwed because I'm waiting for my next paycheck and that's all the money that I'm going to have. This has really forced people to really think practically, to think about investing, to think about their future, and to really change their relationship and their mindset with money, to make healthy choices. Number 7, people are more concerned about their health. This is something that I am so passionate about. If you don't have your health, you really don't have anything. If you have $1 billion but your health is and you're dying, it doesn't matter. It's not going to save you. You have one vessel in this lifetime. You got to take care of it. And a lot of people are seeing that, oh, okay, common sense, the best thing I can do for myself besides social distancing is boost up my immune system. And you boost up your immune system by the things that you're ingesting, the foods that you're taking in, the vitamins, the minerals, the water, all of that stuff. It has to do with you ingesting it, and it also has to do with your physical activity. If you're just lying around like a couch potato, that's doing nothing for your cardiovascular system. That's doing nothing for your respiratory system. And these newer, younger generations, we're really learning a lot. We're really learning from the mistakes of the baby boomers and those generations and all of the things that they did to their bodies, even though they didn't have the education that we have nowadays so much about health. We are looking at the older generations and we're seeing, okay, I don't want to end up with all of these health problems A through Z, and we can see that a lot of these are preventative through our lifestyle, through our health choices. So what better time to really take your health by the balls than right now? Because ultimately, don't we all want to live as long as we possibly can, healthily, prosperous, so we can spend time with our families and great-grandkids and all that jazz, right? That's what it's all about. Live your life being a boss the longest time you can on this earth, right? Am I right? You want to thrive. Number 8, this has forced us to take a hard look at our governments. This has really given the people, citizens, me and you, regular ass people, peasants, I'm kidding on that one, but not really. This has given us the opportunity to demand assistance. We are saying, hey, you need to help us out. You can't just tell us to stay home. All right, you're gonna give us some money. Now what? Now more time has gone by. You need to cut that next check. You need to provide relief for people. We are seeing, hey, we need to hold these politicians and these people in power accountable. People need to be accountable for their actions. And right now, we're putting people under the microscope left and left. Versus before, people were just doing things and they were just getting swept under the rug, and now we're going, no. That's not gonna fly today. No, I'm not gonna stand for that. I am gonna ask questions. I am gonna demand answers. By examining the systems, by asking questions, we can identify and demand where change is needed. Off with their heads. Just kidding. And number 9, this is one of the biggest lessons that I've been learning, and maybe one of the most important out of all of these. This is allowing people to live in the moment. When we live in the moment, we begin to be in harmony with the universe. Instead of being preoccupied about the next 20 tasks while simultaneously multitasking 20 other tasks, you're given the opportunity to be in the moment and to move in flow. You have the opportunity to ask yourself, what do I feel like doing right now? Act on that, enjoy that, and just be. You can just be, which is really what we should all be doing, living moment to moment. We can be moving by taking action based on joy and peace and having fun, instead of basing our decisions off of fear, off of worry, doubt, anxiety, all those things that we let plague us. And that is really the act of moving in meditation. Meditation doesn't just have to be sitting and closing your eyes. Meditation can be taken in any aspect, cooking, walking, journaling, but it's just being in the moment, being present, and just focusing on one thing moment to moment, and just being and just flowing with the universe. So those are my 9 positive things that I feel that the coronavirus has actually gifted us, because I truly believe that in any situation you can always find the positives, and you will find them if you simply choose to look for them. So if you found any value in this video, please go ahead and like this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you subscribe, hit that bell notification so you'll be notified when I upload videos. What are some of the positives that you feel that this time the coronavirus has actually brought into your life? I would love to know. Please leave me a comment down below. I hope you are doing well. I'm sending you loving, healing energy, and I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye!